notes. So it's baking here. The sun is beaming. It's like fucking spring has arrived. A new life. I just had a massive coffee as well. Jesus, is that sun gonna burst on me? Like, so I just had to take me Ticini off. But look, I got the Pulp Fiction. He's got a feeler. He's got Ticini. Anyway, let's get back to the Prime Minister's question time. 2 crimes, fraud. These are my notes. 2 crimes, fraud and parties. Don't worry, it's not real crime. 4 billion losses. Is cabinet turning a blind eye? A government who doesn't care. Talking of scams, energy loan scam. When his donors give him cash, is it a loan or a discount? Billions of taxpayers' money to energy companies, then forcing people to take out a fucking loan. He didn't say fucking. Boris, they want to clobber the gas companies. He was shouting at the, what's his name, Keir Starmer. Order, order! Put that in as a note. He said, right, you don't stop, you're out. An alternative, stand up to his chancellor. Energy companies are making billions. They make £700 a second, while families have to pay £700 a year. But he looks, I tell you, he's banter and he's bluster. But Boris he's good at the dispatch box. I think it was like that Eton thing, like since he was 11 or 12, and is that, I don't know what age they go to Eton, asking him like, if there's a war and you've got to kill people. Anyway, tax rises, the loan shark, he called him the loan shark chancellor. Families in debt, oil and gas companies make more money than they know what to do with. Tough decisions. They have no plan. They have no plan. No plan. We're going to unite to level up. And then it was like, there was a pause, and then it was Ian Blackford. And he was like, and the whole of the Tories, they go, ooh. Downing Street changes energy, saving his own skin. Punished. People are punished. The Tory cost of, he called it the Tory cost of living crisis. So there's a couple of things there. The Tory cost of living crisis and the loan shark chancellor. A bill people can't afford. Scrap national insurance rises. Nurses' wage cut while he had 16 different parties. The rule-breaking prime minister. Another good kind of like inverted commas. I will survive. I will. Boris Johnson has been heard singing. First I was afraid, I was petrified without thinking you was by my side. I will survive. But the MP said careless whispers, and he talked about Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe, and also like what he said about Jimmy Savile. Huawei, Guto Hari, 5G. He's like in on the deal with Huawei, and now he's in number 10 with like all the secrets. Sue Gray, those who make the law should abide by the law. And then Boris, that was, who was it? Mark, what's his name? It's fucking hot. Get the window down, chunks. Oh my God, yeah, but everyone's going to hear me shouting. Shh. I will publish in full the report. He said he's going to publish the Sue Gray report in full. Dover traffic jams, not because of Brexit. Oh yeah, what's it for then? That was some MP. And then they went on to Politics Live then, and there was like Laura Kunsberg and a couple of MPs, one from each side. Reset to save his own leadership while the Met Police investigate parties. Then it's Laura Kunsberg. Millions are in trouble. Starmer focused on the cost of living crisis. But then it came up, dogged by his reputation, and number 10, COVID regs to go. Oh yeah, he said that the COVID regs are going to go early. And that's just for all like his backbenchers, and it's more political than anything else. Normal is nearly here. That's like, it'll all be over in 12 weeks. It'll all be over in the summer. It'll all be over by Christmas. That was like fucking 2 years ago. But the COVID regs to go is a real crowd pleaser. Normal is nearly here. Still a lot of people getting the virus, it was mentioned then. He's got motivation to please his backbenchers. And then suddenly, because I think one MP did ask the question, I didn't include it in my notes, but one MP went, a photograph has just appeared of Boris Johnson with an open bottle, and it's one that's not been referred to the Met Police, and he's there. There's a fella in front of him with a tinsel round his neck. It's from the Mirror as well, Pippa Carrera. And Sue Gray had actually said that this one didn't meet the threshold. He's like, he's got an open bottle. When we was in like tier 2, everything was locked down. It was like shut. No one was allowed to go do anything. And they're having parties. And Laura Koonsberg went on to say it's a poke in the political pressure. They asked the Tory MP who was there, they said to her, do you feel disheartened when you see this image of him there, like the guy with the tinsel? Boris is in the frame, he's in the picture. And the Tory MP just waffled and said, look, when's this going to stop? He's being open and honest. Like, you what? The Labour MPs, that's like honest. This is the Prime Minister who's been completely dishonest. There's a picture of him in the party, and he said, he stood up in Parliament, there were no parties. There was loads of fucking parties. Anyway, and then they went on to crime has come down by 14%. And they went, nah, it's gone up by 14%. Should he correct the record? You know, I've made all these notes, but it's like, have I got an hour? Talk about this shit. A fucking hour. What you signed up for here, Chunky? To talk about fucking all that shit. I need some kind of like, let's get my zucchini up here. You can block out the sun. It's fucking nice having the sun though, isn't it? You like the sun? Put that up there. Oh, let me stick that in there. You should have fucking parked the other way, mate. Do the window up now. Oof. Sweating already. I think it's like a fucking joke. I really do. You watch that Prime Minister's Question Time and it's absolutely a joke. How he's still standing at the dispatch box is incredible. And it was like someone put up something earlier about him being the him talking about when a regime has been in power for a long time and the people have become like, you know, they're fucked off with it, that the regime stops working for the people and starts working to save their own skin. And that's exactly what's fucking happening with Fucko the Clown. I mean, how's he still standing? I mean, people were dying. He was there saying like, oh no, like you can't have like fucking party, you can't meet anyone. There was like cordoned off benches. There was all sorts fucking going on, wasn't there? And it was like people were getting arrested for a fucking like going out jogging, like two of them together. Fuck's sake, I've got to sort this studio. But at least we got a signal. We've now got a good signal, which is something, because like this show has been known to fucking go down. Anyway, let's go on and see some of the, oh yeah, so this is what they put up, because I know what to do. Put it up, put the brightness up. But look at that. Sorry, that's my cracked iPad. Sorry, it's smashed. It's actually smashed underneath, and what I've done is I've got one of those screen shields, but there's like a bit of a thing there. Exclusive new Partygate image shows Boris Johnson an open bottle of bubbly at number 10 Xmas quiz. The image throws the Prime Minister flanked by 3 members of staff, one wearing tinsel. I mean, seriously. It's not even it's like, what is that? Veuve Clicquot. He's got like a massive fucking, you can't see that, can you? Look, he's got a massive bottle of fucking bubbly. This is like, they're on fucking champagne, mate. They ain't drinking shit. They ain't drinking like Tesco £5 bottle of Pinot Grigio, or £4.70 or whatever it costs, £3.90 bottle of Pinot Grigio. They ain't drinking that. They're drinking fucking champagne. Look, you see it? And there's fucko, and there's a guy with tinsel. Does that look like people at work? They look like the people at work. No. Oh yeah, so this is Pippa Carrera. She's saying like, this is from a tweet. So this was straight after, it's like a thread. At the time, London was under Tier 2 regulations banning any social mixing between 2 or more people from different households. And just 2 days after the Mirror's initial story, the Prime Minister said, I can tell you once again that I certainly didn't break any rules. Which is like fucking, he's just a joker. He's an absolute fucking joker. There's another picture of it. All that's in the Daily Mirror, who's been they've been at the forefront, haven't they, of like lots of the things. The is it Partygate? Is that now the official title? Because it sounds like, you know, I don't know whether this is really bad. You know, we were not allowed to fucking mix. We weren't allowed to sit on a park bench. We weren't allowed to go jogging together. And they're having fucking parties. They were going out with suitcases filled. They were sending them up to the fucking Strand. You said the Strand. Sending them up to Strand. It's not the Strand, it's Strand. I always wondered about that word "the," because when I watched what's that film, Social Network, with Mark Zuckerberg, and there was this whole discussion. Have I said this before? There was this whole fucking brain. There was a whole discussion. Will we call it Facebook or the Facebook? And I had that same problem. Do you call yourself the artist taxi driver or the artist taxi driver? And I went with the. Anyway, there he fucking is. Look at him. He's like a beast. He's like the Frankie Boyle calls him like fucking hairy sex yeti. That's it, the hairy sex yeti. Anyway, yeah. And that's when they go like, fuck. Order. It's fucking like it's like a cattle market. It's like a fucking cattle market in there. The well is poisoned. I can see some, like, ask me some questions as well. This is a tweet from someone from Scotland, Crow Alba. Now that Captain Spaffer has rearranged the deck chairs on the Titanic, his crew are insisting we move on full speed towards the iceberg. It's true, you know. It's true. They don't give a fuck. They you know, it's probably the most populist government. Well, Thatcher as well, but it's probably, I'd say this is the most populist government ever. Like, they make decisions not on fucking well-being of people or, you know, the country. I mean, they Boris Johnson and all them parties and that, they're a public health menace. But then there's this whole sort of like crew, or like sort of like when he started saying things like about like, because he said it at the beginning, and I can't believe this as well, because they're going into recess tomorrow. It's fucking, they have so many fucking holidays. It's not real. But they're going into recess tomorrow, and he's going to announce after recess. So it's kind of like giving the backbenchers, the fucking right wing fucking something, they're to licking it. They're licking it. They did say to Boris Johnson some things about the gas and the oil companies. He was saying we need, because they've given them tax breaks, and we need fucking. Didn't you want to nationalise? I mean, they're rolling in it. They're absolutely rolling in it. These are the biggest profits these companies have seen in years and years and years. Up billions and billions. And then the government's giving them tax breaks. How is that fair? That doesn't even make sense. when people are looking now like extra like 700 or £1,000. And they were saying also, I saw the other day, they were saying, you know, when this fucking hits, when it comes, all these fucking tax rises and everything, it's not just going to be poor people, it's going to be the middle classes as well, because they're going to get everyone's going to get hammered. And I said it before, and the reason why is because Tories aren't cheap. Tories are not cheap. You know, their stately homes, their castles, cost a lot of fucking money to keep. And Boris Johnson, he costs a lot of money. I love that fucking, what was that, the thing that he said was about the Tory party donors, Keir Starmer. Because he said something like, you know, is that a discount? And they give you money to like fucking Lulu, fucking little, that thing the other day where it says he's going to be super glued. You're going to have to drag him out, super glued. Let's go back to my photos and images. Hold on, fucking flick up. Let's go back to the photos and images. Because it's like, it is a big joke. And oh, look, have you seen, I painted the front page of the Daily Tory graph the other day. The Liar's Den. Did you see that one? That is such a fucking cool. I've got those in prints now. So you can go on my Etsy and have a look at it. It's an incredible image. Nearly as good as the one I did with the Queen. The one with the Queen is fucking brilliant as well. I did that the other day. And she's on the front page and she's got like the big knife. Look. Oh, there's a fucking glare. It's like unreal. But anyway, there's the Queen. Can you see her? She's got a big... Yeah, that's better. She's... Yeah, look, the fucking... There's a cloud. Jesus Christ, I forgot. We've gone from, like, winter to summer in, like, fucking 24 hours. It's freezing in the wind, but I forgot what it's like sitting in the car sweating. Because I know that I normally park under a tree or in shade. I didn't think I'd have that problem today. But anyway, there's the Queen with the big fucking knife. Look, see her? Just... And I blacked out all the Sunday Times and just wrote, "Get Boris done." And there's the Queen. Because she must be sick of him. She must be absolutely sick. Oh, there's the image from breaking news today's. Who likes that there? Wow, do you like the fire? Look at that, the emojis on there. I quite like that. I think I'm going to work more with the emojis. And the cartoon this morning, fucking hell, with Thatcher and Boris in the tank and Savile, that was unreal. We shall not apologise, nor ever explain. We will not flinch, unlike the French. They're absolutely mad. And that, they put, who's it? The Mogmeister. I've forgotten, the eating pencil or something. But yeah, he's been appointed as the Minister for Brexit Opportunities. We're heading towards the abyss, like we're saying on the 2-minute newspaper review this morning. We're heading towards the abyss. It almost seems like they're just they're trolling. He's got Guta Hari in, and he said like he went in and signed £150 million deal inside number fucking 10. That's extraordinary. And now he's in there. He's been working with Huawei as well. Now he's in there, and they're saying, "Has he got the clearance?" Of course, he's fucking. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about rules or anything. Here's Paul Johnson. Look, Britain 2022, the Minister for Brexit Opportunities. It's a joke. It's almost like they just like. He done that thing years ago. It's reappeared where Boris is there. He said, "Just fucking gaff it. Just do a gaff. Swamp them in gaffs." Yeah, I think like that's, you know, it's a proper tactic, isn't it? I'm on to season 3 in succession, a couple of episodes. Kendall's fucking, he's gone, isn't he? He's gone after his fucking dad. But the PMQs, I don't even like, you sit there and you watch it and you're thinking to yourself, is this real? You know, it is like Oxford, Cambridge or something like that debating thing, and everyone's fucking screaming. Look at my arm. I still got like marks on my fucking arm from, like they put like a plaster on it when they when I had that faint and I collapsed for 20 minutes, disorientated. Put a plaster on it, not a plaster, you know, that tape, and I tore it off, and I had a paper burn. It looks like it's got infected. This is another one that I did. This one the other day. It's on the Etsy as well. It's I blacked it all out. I did it with a black Sharpie, and then I wrote with like one of those. That's a classic. Is that back to front? Reminds me of the time with I was with Aaron Barshak, and like both his parents were like sole survivors of genocides, and we went to did I tell this story already? We went up to the I tell people so many stories. We went up to the Park Lane for the BAFTAs. He was outside there, and he had a towel, and he wrote the fella's name upside down because they were going to deport someone. Anyway, yeah. Oh, that's so fucking nice as well. I'm just getting through my photos now. This, I did this, look. Can you see what it says there? Chunky. It doesn't say Van Gogh. Did you say Van Gogh or Van Gogh? Look at that. Who done that? Why do you always say like, oh, this one is gorgeous, or I love that one? You fucking painted them, mate. No, but I just feel like no one's gonna promote you. You got to do it yourself. This one I did. Is it any way to run a country? Is this any way to run it? Oh fucking hell! I love painting the papers. I need to paint the papers more. The Daily Disgrace. That is extraordinary. That one. Fucking hell. One day these will all be in the National Gallery. Look, we are led by the least among us. That's Terence McKenna. And that on there, look, White Lives Matter. I'll just show you loads of photos of like my paintings. I did this pre like 2019 general election. Armageddon. Everyone knew. Everyone knew. Oh, there's Claes Oldenburg. Oh. So I'm in the Beano show, which is in Somerset House, and Claes Oldenburg's in it as well. And I got this book from America. It's a really rare book. It's called Claes Oldenburg, Proposal for Monuments and Buildings. And it was the potential. He had like this one here. That's like somewhere in New York. It's just like a giant soft lolly thing. But so these are proposals for monuments and buildings. And this was like Paulo Kane showed me this when I was at uni. And it's like it's a drawing. And it's proposed underground memorial and tomb for President John F. Kennedy, 1965. And this is the proposal. A hollow casting is made of the late president on the scale of the Statue of Liberty. The original is taken not from the man himself, but from a photograph of the man, standing, his hands in his pockets, arms close to his body, legs together, figure stiff and erect. This gigantic casting is inserted head down into an excavation, and the earth closed around it. The shoe bottoms are covered so that the entire sculpture is invisible. What is put in the ground? An opening is left on the top about the size of a golf hole, through which the interior of the sculpture may be seen by kneeling or lying on one's stomach. There is no other way to see the sculpture. This hole is in the center of a square mile of grass, carefully tended by an army of groundkeepers and bordered by trees. Nothing is visible on the surface. It's the size of the fucking Statue of Liberty, and you put it in the ground, you got a golf hole. Nothing is visible on the surface except the men tending the grass and the line of sightseers waiting to peer down through the hole. The inside of the sculpture is brass, and here too a large staff is kept busy polishing the sides by electric light from scaffolds and suspended seats like the window washers of skyscrapers, because it's fucking enormous. The illuminated golden interior contrasts sharply with the green and bluish free space above the ground. From the top of the inverted sculpture, from the soles over the absent shoes, the sarcophagus may be hung by a long wire like a plastic mummy case. Head down in the posture of the colossal statue, invisible exterior, swaying slightly in the pendulum effect, responsive to the movement of the earth. What do you think of that? It's crazy. But what it is, it's about potential. So it's like, it is really extraordinary. Imagine that was fucking... Right, anyway, has anyone got any questions? Where are we going? British need to become a republic. Yeah. Truss is going to Moscow to meet Putin. What she hopes to achieve is beyond me. Mog's nanny for PM. Oh, don't. We live in like fucking strange times, because we had all that fucking furore around Brexit, elections, and fucking then Theresa May and Corbyn and all sorts. Oh, look, so Claes Oldenburg, he makes these massive, he's 93 now. There's a giant peg. Look at that cherry on a spoon on a lake. Yeah, that is fucking Claes Oldenburg. He's an absolute hero, mate. I'm going to look at this book and I'm going to start to decide like what I can do. What is the potential? What have I got? I kind of like, I would like to make some sculptures. I really would. Like he wrote this thing as well. Let's see whether I can get it. It's called I'm for an Art. Big issue, and actually when I talk to the police, it is taking up more and more of their time. Daily politics. It's Joe Coburn. What you got that for? Behind the scenes crime, and actually we have set up this this taxpayer protection force to deal very much with this area, and we are because that was the guy who said that there wasn't any like we are definitely working very hard on tackling fucking remember space wherever you want to put it in your stats. I think I won't say it is important. Get off. Right, where can I read it? Because I want to read it as well. Do you like if I read? Claes Oldenburg, no, that's not it. Sorry. I need to find just like the text. Can we just have like just the text? Interview, art forum, the art story, biography, I'm for an Art, Oldham Manifesto review, I'm for an Art. Oh, I've got it. Is it only one page though? Yeah, I don't want that one because it's just a page. It's a bit longer than a page. It's so fucking hot in here. I'm going to have to sort this out from now on. People walk by, they're waving. Is this it all? Is it all going to be here? Right, I'm going to try and read this. And it's a statement written in 1961. I'm sorry to get off of PMQs. I know it's like supposed to be all politics, but I like art, politics, and culture. I've got a zine. I've got to get like out edition number 10 soon. Right, listen to this, right? It will take a couple of minutes to read. And it's called I'm for an Art. No, it's called I am for. Statement 1961. And it starts, I'm for an art that's political, erotical, mystical, that does something other than sit on its ass in a museum. I'm for an art that grows up not knowing it is art at all. An art given the chance of having a starting point of zero. I'm for an art that embroils itself with the everyday crap and still comes out on top. I'm for an art that imitates the human, that is comic, if necessary, or violent, or whatever is necessary. I'm for all art that takes its form from the lines of life itself, that twists and extends and accumulates and spits and drips and is heavy and coarse and blunt and sweet and stupid as life itself. I'm for an artist who vanishes, turning up in a white cap, painting signs or hallways. I'm for an art that comes out of a chimney like black hair and scatters into the sky. I'm for an art that spills out of an old man's purse when he has bounced off a passing fender. I'm for an art out of a doggy's mouth, falling 5 stories from the roof. I'm for an art that a kid licks after peeling away the wrapper. I'm for an art that joggles like everyone's knees when the bus traverses an excavation. I'm for an art that is smoked like a cigarette, smells like a pair of shoes. I'm for an art that flaps like a flag or helps blow noses like a handkerchief. I'm for an art that is put on and taken off like pants, which develop holes like socks, which is eaten like a piece of pie or abandoned with great contempt like a piece of shit. I'm for an art covered with bandages. I'm for an art that limps and rolls and runs and jumps. I'm for art that comes in a can or washes up on the shore. I'm for an art that coils and grunts like a wrestler. I'm for an art that sheds hair. I'm for an art you can sit on. I'm for an art you can pick your nose with or stub your toes on. I'm for an art from a pocket, from deep channels of the ear, from the edge of a knife, from the corners of the mouth, stuck in the eye or worn on the wrist. I'm for an art under the skirts and the art of pinching cockroaches. I'm for an art of conversation between the sidewalk and a blind man's metal stick. I'm for the art that grows in a pot that comes down out of the skies at night like lightning that hides in the clouds and growls. I'm for an art that is flipped on and off like a switch. I'm for an art that unfolds like a map that you can squeeze like your sweetie's arm or kiss like a pet dog, which expands and squeaks like an accordion, which you can spill your dinner on like an old tablecloth. I'm for an art that you can hammer with, stitch with, sew with, paste with, file with. I'm for an art that tells you the time of day or where such and such a street is. I'm for an art that helps out old ladies across the street. I'm for the art of the washing machine. I'm for the art of a government check. I'm for the art of last war's raincoat. I'm for the art that comes up in fogs from sewer holes in winter. I'm for the art that splits when you step on a frozen puddle. I'm for the worms art inside the apple. I'm for the art of sweat that develops between the legs. I'm for the art of neck hair and cake teacups, for the art between the tinnies of restaurant forks, for the odour of boiling dishwater. I'm for the art of sailing on Sunday and the art of red and white gasoline pumps. I'm for the art of bright blue factory columns and blinking biscuit signs. I'm for the art of cheap plaster and enamel. I'm for the art of worn marble and smashed slate. I'm for the art of rolling cobblestones and sliding sands. I'm for the art of slag and black coal. I'm for the art of dead birds. I'm for the art of scratching in the asphalt, daubing at the walls. I'm for the art of bending and kicking metal and breaking glass and pulling at things to make them fall down. I'm for the art of punching and skin knees and satin bananas. I'm for the art of kid smells. I'm for the art of mama bubble. I'm for the art of bar babble, tooth picking, beer drinking, egg salting, insulting. I'm for the art of falling off a bar stool. I'm for the art of underwear. I'm for the art of taxi cabs. I'm for the art of ice cream cones dropped on concrete. I'm for the majestic art of dog turds rising like cathedrals. I'm for the art of blinking arts, lighting up the night. I'm for the art of falling, splashing, wiggling, jumping, going on and off. I'm for the art of fat truck tires and black eyes. I'm for cool art, 7-Up art, Pepsi art, Sunshine art, 39 cents art, 15 cents art, Factional art, Drobom art, Vam art, Methanol art, L&M art, X-Lax art, Veneda art, Heaven Hill art, Pameral art, Sanamed art, RX art, 9.99 art, Now art, New art, How art, Fire Sale art, Last Chance art, Only art, Diamond art, Tomorrow art, Frank's art, Ducks art, Metarama art. I'm for the art of bread wet by rain. I'm for the rats dancing between floors. I'm for the art of flies walking on a slick pear in the electric light. I'm for the art of soggy onions and firm green shoots. I'm for the art of clicking among the nuts when the roaches come and go. I'm for the brown, sad art of rotting apples. I'm for the art of meows and clatter of cats and for the art of their dumb electric eyes. I'm for the art of refrigerators and their muscular openings and closing. I'm for the art of rust and mold. I'm for the art of hearts, funeral hearts or sweetheart hearts, full of nugget. I'm for the art of worn meat hooks and singing barrels of red, white, blue and yellow meat. I'm for the art of things lost or thrown away, coming home from school. I'm for the art of cock and ball trees and flying cows and the noise of rectangles and squares. I'm for the art of crayons and weak grey pencil lead and grainy wash and sticky oil paint and the art of windshield wipers and the art of the finger on a cold window, on dusty steel, or in the bubbles on the side of a bathtub. I'm for the art of teddy bears and guns and decapitated rabbits, exploded umbrellas, raped beds, chairs with their brown bones, broken burning trees, firecracker ends, chicken bones, pigeon bones, and boxes with men sleeping in them. I'm for the art of slightly rotten funeral flowers, hung bloody rabbits and wrinkly yellow chickens, bass drums and tambourines and plastic phonographs. I'm for the art of abandoned boxes tied like pharaohs. I'm for the art of water tanks and speeding clouds and flapping shades. I'm for the US government inspected art, grade A art, regular price art, yellow ripe art, extra fancy art, ready to eat art, yellow ripe art, extra fancy art, best for less art, ready to cook art, fully cleaned art, spend less art, eat better art, ham art, pork art, chicken art, tomato art, banana art, apple art, turkey art, cake art, cookie art. Hang on a minute, where's the fucking rest of it? A bit more, it don't end like that. It doesn't end on cookie art. There's got fucking miles more to do. You get it, didn't you? Oh, fucking hell. I love making art. Privilege. I love learning. I love learning about art. I loved it in university. That was a bit. That was fucking. I was half tempted to go and read Terence McKenna now about culture is not your friend. Did a thing with David Graeber. Is it the lack of protests on the street that worries? Ditto, Mark. Yeah, nice one, Grant. To be honest, you cheer me right up. Can we talk about the PMQs? Yeah, right. Let's go back to PMQs. Sorry about that, guys. I went off on a fucking random. I only ended up there because there's WhatsApp a fella the other day who's an architect, and I was saying, have you ever heard of Claes Oldenburg? And I ended up with those pictures on my screen. So yeah, like at PMQs, I didn't think it was like an extraordinary one. I didn't think. I mean, in the end, he's true what he said. I've got so many gaps. They don't even know they don't even know which one to pick. They haven't got a clue what to say. Do you know what I mean? You're a fucking liar, cheat. You can't say he's a liar. Cheating, rotten. He's incompetent. He's like, he just, you know, everything is for him. And then they're like the woman like on Politics Live before PMQs. There was a couple of people there. They're like from each side. And then she was saying like, oh no, it was that fucking Peter Bone. Well, you know, whatever you think about Boris, he handled COVID really well. Like one of the highest death tolls. We got like fucking, we got like, he's out having parties. We got fucking how many billion lost on PPE? You know, the only thing that they did was the vaccines, and that's like what Margaret Hodge said. The only thing he did was the vaccines, and the vaccines were created by the scientists in Oxford, not fucking Boris Johnson. You know, he's all those people like that he's got around him. They are some of the they would only be in his cabinet. Rees Mogg, Nadine fucking Dorries. She's off to Saudi Arabia. We're going to go and sort her. And she said, "Why? Why are you asking me? Have you spoken to the Prime Minister? Why?" He needs to bring 2 bottles, like once it gets hotter. I'll have to remember on Sunday, get some shade. Should get one of those sort of like, they're like the blackout, they have like sunscreen, they're foil, stop your car being hot. I thought the energy loan scam, I thought that was a real good fucking, because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Because no one's getting anything out of it. You're going to have to pay more. They're like, mostly people will be paying more. And that money is going towards like taxpayers fucking funded tax breaks for the oil and energy companies, like they need it. Like, they fucking need it. They got so much money that they said, like, we don't even know what to do with all the money. And Boris turns around and goes, yeah, you want to fucking, what's he say? You want to clobber the energy companies just in a moment when we need more energy. Oh, don't. Oh. It's really ridiculous. And the way that, like, all those, like, questions are real double planted. Like, when she started saying, well, the queues to Dover is not because of, like, Brexit. What's it because of then? It's because of the red tape that, like, they're making us do. It's like, it's ridiculous. You know, they lied. They lie about everything. Boris Johnson is Mr. Brexit. He's the one that got it through. Hari, he wrote a while ago, he's just gone in with Boris, that Boris personally said to him, oh, for fuck's sake, I fucked it. I should have written, like, been on the anti-Brexit. Because this is a disaster. Nothing can get through. Someone who's a wine importer did a thread the other day on the Twitter, and he was saying, like, before Brexit, that he had to pay zero, nothing. Now, he's got to pay like hundreds and hundreds of pounds per crate, and he's got so much paperwork to fill in. So whenever you do anything with the government, that's all online. So you just go to the fucking government website and they've got forms to fill in. And he said, well, I've done this form and I sent it in. He said, oh no, look, we've introduced something new. So you have to fill in, you've missed this box, go back and fill it. So he said that he's had to employ people to, like, sort out the fucking paperwork just for that alone. And it's costing him and nothing, everything stuck. And then he said, I filled it in, sent it back through again, got stopped again. And there was something else new. And he said that the government is actively trying to stop trade with Europe, which is a fucking, it's incredible. And I think, you know, the thing about the EU is they've got standards and they've got things. The Tories got no standards. So all they care about is their stately homes, their grace and favours, their fucking castles. Boris Johnson was like, we were in the middle of the COVID and he was like getting Lulu Little to come in £1,000 a roll fucking wallpaper. People were dying. He was having parties. You know, like what I said, he's a public health menace. Do you know what I mean? The message that comes out is fucking, it's dangerous. He's a dangerous man. He looks like Billy Bunter, the buffoon. Do you know what I mean? He's up there. And he actually, I swear to God, right, he's a complete fucking, I hate him so much, but he's actually really, really good in the dispatch box in debates. And he's like, it's because he doesn't give a fuck. He actually recognises that he's probably, and he is the most, well, not the Queen, but he's the most powerful man in Britain. You know, and he can do what he wants. That's why, you know, one of the most shocking things out of all of this that's come out is pre-Partygate, he tried to disband the oversight, the standards committee in Parliament, so much that he made them all walk. He had a vote on it, and they went, yeah, right, fucking disband it. It was over the Owen Paterson thing. That is a massive threat to democracy, to the rule of law. To actually just say, right, because we don't like them, we're going to take out the only oversight. It is that is the worst thing that they did, or the most disgraceful thing. It's like, he's above the law. He's above the law. And you can see with the parties and everything like that. They said the other day, he's going to super glue himself to the fucking, to Lulu Little's wallpaper. But, yeah, what was it? The Tory, I forgot the Twitter account, but they wrote a thing about him, about being super glued for it. See whether I can find that. That was fucking mad. That was a really, really well written piece. Oh, I did it for the 2-minute newspaper review. Remember, I read it out. I read out the whole thing. Yeah, that's it there. So it was a missive from is it a Papua New Guinea courier or something like that? It's back to Blighty, where Boris Johnson, money launderer to the Tsars, clings to his position as Rishi Sunak's house sitter. The natives are as oblivious to the never-ending decline of this erstwhile superpower as they were when they first watched Zulu. But since Partygate, it's begun to dawn on people that electing, I love this line, electing a Rococo gigolo to guide them through a pandemic, imminent world war, economic crisis, environmental collapse was not the smart move the metric averse once thought it to be. And then it goes on, some of Johnson's henchmen are buckling too when 8-bit shaman Dominic Cummings still tweeting, isn't he? And you are think like, you know, did he just go in for the kill? It's just like, oh, it's just drip, drip, drip. You know, things, there's more to come out. I'd be really interested to see the group, Sue Gray report, because I saw a thing where she just buries stuff. And everyone, it's like, why is everyone on all political sides going, well, Sue Gray's really good? But he said it, and I'm not going to fucking resign anyway. Dominic Cummings invoked the sacrament of moral conscience. Several MPs hitherto had been labouring to disenfranchise refugees, disability claimants and the working poor suddenly felt able to follow a bantering PM. Began the brutal defenestration right of licking Basil and Bond envelopes and giving them to Graham Brady. They said that maybe this week there's going to be enough letters. There might be 100. Weird, isn't it? They just got to them. It's like the whips, the chief whip. He's got so much fucking info on people, and then they got the support of the media as well. They got like massive support in like Telegraph, Times, fucking Daily Express, Daily Mail, the Daily Basket case, the Daily Poo. Only the hardcore remain, those for whom employment in, that's what I said earlier, I must have got it from here. Nadine, Grant, Michael, Jacob, counsellors to a man who has never known friendship, a gang of acolytes so sycophantic as to make Mugabe blush. These bunker girls and boys speak only in platitudes. This is really good as well, because they use these, or you know, they do groupthink things, don't they? And they say, well, how does this sound? So speak only in platitudes, severing words from meanings and reciting cliched phrases in the hope that nobody will notice how stupid they are. In such a climate, vaccine rollout becomes your living costs are going through the roof. Leveling up means we partied while you watched your mum die on Zoom. And sorry translates as fuck you. The great classicist, fucko, needs them. But they may prove to be his Achilles heel, because like some of them are just fucking, they're a joke. Downing Street, near hourly resignations are spun as decisive leadership is given off. I don't know who writes this, but it sounds a lot like Marina Hyde, who works for The Guardian. And loads of people like criticise, like, or attack Marina Hyde. Lots of people, I see, but she's the best writer, along with Frankie Boyle. Frankie Boyle, I don't know if he's still writing in The Guardian, but it's like prose. You know, like this. It's like prose. It's fucking extraordinary. It seems increasingly likely that unless they can lure him out with a crate of Estrella. Boris Munchausen. Oh, I've got to fucking use that. Boris Munchausen. I'm going to do a fucking... I should do like one of my front page newspapers. Put right, Boris Munchausen will be supergluing himself to the Lulu little wallpaper before anyone is found with the special skills needed to convince him to go quietly. He says that's okay, because he, in the beginning, whoever wrote this, they called him Rishi Sunak's house sitter. And they're talking about Lulu little wallpaper. That's okay though. Rishi can afford to redecorate. I mean, it's like the whole world, the whole country. You can see this guy's a joke. You know, he's like everything about him, like what he does, his mannerisms. He's like fucking. They're not even gaffes. It's like he's broken the fucking law. Oh, you gotta wait. That's what Peter Bone was saying. You gotta wait till everyone's innocent till they're proven guilty. He's got a fucking bottle of fucking bubbly open when people were suffering. A bottle of fucking champagne. Guy with tinsel round his neck. Like what they said in there, people watching their mum die on Zoom. It's going to be hard to remove him, and the reason why it's going to be hard to remove him is because only the Tory MPs can do it. And they're like fucking, you know, they proper go in. The only, I mean, when you think about it, when Boris Johnson like took over from Theresa May, remember he just fucking, he kicks loads of people out of the actual Conservative Party. The ex-chancellor, I've forgotten his name. Guy with the, what was his name? Winston Churchill's grandson kicked him out. David Gork kicked him out. I was looking at that because I was saying, I still don't. I mean, he signed a thing with George Osborne giving tax breaks to like people who like laundering money in Switzerland to tax evaders. You know, they like that was the thing. It was how many billions was wasted on the fucking thing, and it's like you go to Parliament and there's hardly any movement. You look after and you just think, no one gives a shit. You know, no one actually fucking, no one's got the power to do it. But he sees himself as the king. He was doing a Lion King thing. He's a liar. He's a lion. I've done a painting. Liar King. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's ask some questions. Go. What we got? We got Philip Hammond. Well done. Well done. Watch the Punch and Judy show, and you can see it's about the working class. Fucking hell, mate. I'm sweating. I've calmed down now. I'm not sweating so much. Funny humorous, because I was just going to say that it's one thing I like about is its location. Yeah, I when I was up in Scotland, I went to the Parliament, and they've got new Parliament up there as well, haven't they? Like the House of Parliament is fucking. Oh, do you remember? Who's the guy who jumped in the? He was swimming in the River Thames with the Oxford boat crew. I've forgotten his name. Oh fuck! It's to do with my memory. I've definitely got, as I'm getting older, I've got like memory loss. Anyway, it was he pointed out to me that the Houses of Parliament is actually quite new. It's like, is it just over 100 years old? I want to say it was built in the like 1890s, maybe 1870s. So it's just over 100, maybe 150 years old, which is really extraordinary because it's actually built in the style of, is it Gothic? I don't know. This is Rococo. It looks fucking Rococo. Does anyone know what Rococo is? I think it's like when it's really fucking complicated, the building with like all its like little. So it's only just over 100 years old, that House of Parliament, where they do the PMQs. But they made it look like it's fucking 500 years old, which is really bizarre. You've got white paint on your arm. Oh, for fuck's sake, how's that happened? You're an artist, I don't know. You lent on it? Yeah. I mean, some of the like things around the Houses of Parliament itself, I know that there's, if you come along the side of it, there's Cromwell and like the king, isn't there? And they look at each other like he's only little, I think. Is it Cromwell's little and the other King Charles? There's like a little, it's almost like a fucking gargoyle when you go up there. It's really interesting. Has anyone ever been inside Parliament? You can go, you know, you can go on the tour. Go now in half term because they're not there. They're fucking off. They're gone on holidays. If you get a chance, you should go into the House of Parliament and go into where all the green benches is. It's extraordinary because on the telly they do that sort of like they do like a wide angle, so it looks fucking massive. And when you get in there, they're so close. There's basically a table. They've got no room in front of their a bit of room in front of their feet. It's a really incredible place to be. But they're so boorish, the Tories, aren't they? More. It's like a fucking joke. I mean, at least they're not fighting. Like you see some of the parliaments around the world, apart from, oh, I've got some really, like I was listening to Bernadette Devlin. So Bernadette Devlin McAleskey. So she was the one who went up. She was on the barricades in Derry in Bloody Sunday. It was Bloody Sunday anniversary the other day. And she was on the barricades there, and then, but she was an MP. She was the youngest MP. I want to say she was the youngest MP before Murray Black. Oh no, Murray Black is the youngest MP now, or is it Nadia Whittome? But anyway, once upon a time it was Bernadette, Bernie. But she was like, she went down and like, Mr. Speaker, she was telling me, Mr. Speaker, and they wouldn't let me speak. She was like, fuck, like, and she said, oh, so I have my rights. And she said that she went down, clipped the Home Secretary. And she said that they were more outraged that this young girl had hit the Home Secretary than they were that like 14, 15 people were killed. Yeah, I was listening to some I was listening to Rebel songs the other day. I was listening to Sunshine and Leaf at the Hibs match 90 when they won at Hampden. That's fucking amazing. That's one of my favourite things, Sunshine on Leaf. Really, really beautiful song, and it's sung by like everybody. But I was listening to some Rebel songs, and they were really good. One of them was by he was like, I saw someone and I was like, fucking hell, I love that version of it. I wonder whether we can play it on here. Can we play it on here, please? Like, have we got anything? Yeah, I love it's a remix by Welshie. It really fucking kicks in. Don't know whether it's going to play. Wait till it kicks in. I love that bit. So I see some guy like he's going around, he's got like a ski mask on. He's been playing it really loudly out of his window. Wait, listen to the kicking, wait. Wait. You're going to kick in again. It's a really good bass. I see he's remixed loads of other stuff as well. Here we go. Fucking great. Yeah, I was round my mum's and we was like, yeah, we just ended up on the YouTube and she was doing lots of Rebel songs. Oh, don't. Fucking hell. How do we get onto that? Where did you go? Because the other one was, it's fucking, don't play this. You get in trouble. You've got no fucking homes of your own. Yes, we fought you without fear. 800 more. But I do like, I mean, I love, like, I mean, they're fighting like, this is it. This is fucking it. I saw this the other day. The reason why, you know, like cultural hegemony, what's his, fuck, the Italian, Gramsci. So cultural hegemony, and what the Tories are doing now is, it's a really, really good line. They are fighting. Where's the fucking? That's why I always wear my glasses, because I can never see the camera. Where's the camera? Is it over? The camera's over there. What are you looking over there for? Because I'm over there. It don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Listen to this, right? It's a good line. The Tories, their plan is to fight a culture war. So people don't fight a class war. That's true, isn't it? So they put up this cultural war. Culture's fucking amazing, but that Terence McKenna thing where he says culture is not your friend. Should I go and get that? And I'll read it? Because like it's got a really good thing. Oh, isn't it great to have the iPad and like just fucking get information? The internet, mate, is fucking full of knowledge. Do you know what I mean? When I was little, well, we signed up to like an encyclopedia thing. They were really basic. It was like purple, and it was like, I remember copying things like Mount Everest and different things. But it was an encyclopedia that you collected, but they were like for kids. And now you just got the internet. It's extraordinary. It really is. So we go Terence McKenna. I don't know if you know who that fella is. And it's culture is not your friend. I wonder whether we get somewhere where the actual text is and I can read it. You've been reading fucking text all day. Oh yeah, what civilization is? It's for there's more, but are they going to do more? Oh, yeah. So what civilization is 6 billion people trying to make themselves happy by standing on each other's shoulders and kicking each other's teeth in. It's not a pleasant situation, and yet you can stand back and look at this planet and see that we have the money, the power, the medical understanding, the scientific know-how, the love and the community to produce a kind of human paradise. But we are led by the least amongst us, the least visionary, the least noble, the least intelligent. That is so fucking true. Culture is not your friend. It's for other people's convenience. And then he was doing, it's actually taken from like a lecture. It's only like, if you go online, you can see it's like, there's a 3-minute clip of it. And as he says, culture is not your friend. And he talks about we are led by the least amongst us, the least visionary, the least noble, the least intelligent. Someone shouts out, well, how do we fight back? And the answer that he gave, he said, we make art. Art. That's what he said. Shouts out, how do we fight back? And he says, we make art. Oh, yeah, looking over there again. We make art. This is art. Fuck's sake. Right, listen, we've gone over to 60. I'm sweating. I am absolutely drenched in it. And look, the whole fucking the car's steamed up. I need to go and have a bath. This is not smelly. I'll put on the roll-on. Oh, I did the roll-on. I had a shave as well. Not for this, just because it goes a bit quick. I use those like... Yeah, my son got like an electric razor. I used it the other day. It don't really get close. I like the foam. I like the foam and the blades. It's a lot nicer and you feel fresher after it. Right, let's do some more. Look, I've got a wobbly screw on my fucking reading glasses. And every time I screw it in, I think it's done. And then it just fucking loosens again. It's a nightmare, mate. Right, thank you, Mark. Enjoy the rest of the day, people. Listen, everyone. This is the first one. Obviously, they're going off in a recess. So we're going to make love, not art. Well said, Kieran. We should make love. Everyone should be fucking. Never mind fucking art. Anyway, let's get... yeah, so this would be the first one. But I think it'd be good. We should do it every week. Like, even if they're not in recess, we should do Wednesdays, 1 p.m. I wanted to do it every day. But it'd be too much. I do the 2 minutes things because I've got to paint as well. Not fucking go and have a look at my Etsy. There's loads of fucking paintings on there. Yeah, you should do. They're really good. They're one day. Some of those originals will be in the National fucking Gallery, mate. Like Get Boris Done with the Queen. That'll be in the fucking Tate, and well, who knows? Someone's got it. Yeah, but I sell the originals really cheap. It's good. It's all very well talking about the Tory culture wars. Labour is now as bad as, and blokes, like, oh, it's gone. I've got so many prints. Oh, nice one. Hey, see you all later. It's 63 minutes past. People are fucking off. They said, great to do more of the switch. I know. Okay, let's listen. Yeah, Chunky, let's do it every Wednesday, 1 o'clock. But what we should do, I need to do more interacting. Let's do like more interacting, okay?